Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Rndr FET and the Injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with the daily for Rndr here, where we have an impulse toward the upside in a wave A or a wave 1, ABC wave 2 given, and then of course 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 again for another 1, 2. So the possibility here is a double 1, 2 and looking for wave 3 toward the upside. Another possibility is an ABC zigzag, finished wave A in the yellow, and of course wave B given again in the yellow, and looking for a wave C toward the upside, meaning A, B, and a C as a potential regular flat. 1-to-1 fib level, $17 here for the all-time high, and next bull run, of course, to be expected to reach the high with $17 in case, of course, that we bottom, of course, somewhere in this area. As you can see now, the lower that we go, the price or the all-time high is still the same, almost very negligible, I would say, price differences. So yeah, so basically we are looking actually for simply to finish this wave there. I would say we are fighting with time here more than the price with the altcoins. I'm looking here at a potential wave A, wave B as a triangle, as you can see, A, B, C, D, E. And we're looking at a finished structure here. This finished structure can be, of course, a flat ABC here. It can be a zigzag, or it can be even a potential WX and a wave Y, which is the highest possibility for me here, kind of like a zigzag ABC, still expected here for Rndr. If we take a look inside it on the 2 and 4 hour chart here first, so on the 4 hour chart, after the triangle wave B here, you have potentially 1, 2, 3. Wave 4 and a wave 5 finished as a potential wave A, and you might have a wave B, and the wave C is unfolding still over there. Another possibility, rather than being in a wave 3, being in a wave W, of course, this belongs to the wick, of course, but I'm putting it there to understand it. So basically W and X and a wave Y here, of course, as a zigzag A, B, and a C, of course, might be unfolding as highest possibility here. And I'm looking to finish up, of course, this impulse in a wave 3 and a 5, 1, 2, 3, and then potentially can be finished. Well, and we are looking at a wave 4 and a wave 5, but the wave 5 has to take the low somehow. So I doubt that the wave 3 is done yet. Meaning, if we dive a little bit inside it, the wave 3 here might be unfolding after the wave 2 here. We have something as a wave 1, 2, and then wave 3, and then wave 4 and a 5 to finish a wave 3 first, and then 4 and a 5 to continue for the last low here for Rndr, that it might take, of course, the low and creating a new low, which it might be the trigger for something bullish again. And as we saw, of course, the timing here is very essential in case that the time is going to spend more. I mean, if we need more time to spend here to reach the 0.618 fib time, that means, of course, can be also a wave C unfolding here as an A, B, and a C, also as an ending diagonal here, and then pushing toward the upside finally, of course, for Rndr. Because as I mentioned as well, the lower we go, well, it doesn't make so much difference anymore with the target. It's almost the same. As you can see, it cannot really make so much differences. In case you have finished here, it's $15.9. In case you took the low, it's $15.2. So by all means, again, we are fighting against the time here and not the price anymore. And of course, we might see an explosion sooner or later, but we just, of course, need some duration here. So this is regarding Rndr. Let's move for FETCH.AI, FET. So for FET as well on the daily, while we cannot say it's the same, we cannot say it's double 1, 2. It's definitely 3 waves here. And that because, of course, of the zigzag creation of a wave Y there, W, X, and a Y here. And of course, finishing wave A with it as a 3 waves. We are looking for 3 waves down. Again, fighting within the time again, because the target is going to be almost the same as the well. Yeah, how much we gonna push for lower? is going to end up, of course, even for the same target there. And of course, we're going to take first not the logarithmic, but only the linear target here. So as you can see, $3.79. Whether we take the low or not, it's always the same target, 3.9, a little bit difference, but yeah, negligible again. So what we are finishing here is, of course, 3 waves down, A, B, C, D, and an E triangle. We're looking simply to finish the structure within the time here. I believe that we are finishing here an A, B, and a C as well for a wave Y. Can be, of course, the wave Y here finishing as A, B, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 diagonal, which it might take the time, of course, to unfold, unless it is even an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to take simply the low there. And very likely that it does. If it does, of course, it doesn't make any differences within the target. We're gonna reach again the $4 sooner or later for FET. And if we take a look closer on the 2 hours chart here, we are looking here at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is still unfolding as double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Still, of course, looking for lower here. Potentially finishing up, of course, this as an impulse, finishing, of course, as well with a very extended wave here, taking the 1-to-1, 0.13 here, dollar, and then pushing for higher. The wave C there can be, of course, a possibility for the diagonal. Don't forget, of course, the time, which is required again. So I believe, of course, that the altcoin are dried already and with the price. So we are expecting simply, of course, some range here that it might take time and, of course, start the explosion sooner or later. The 0.618 here timing is expected, of course, to be in May. I would say at least in May, we might start to see, of course, something to push really toward the upside again. So we'll see how this is going to unfold as well. So for Injective as well, for Injective, we are looking here on the all-time history as well at double 1, 2. So these double 1, 2 are still valid, I would say, but the wave 2 here is taking too much time, which of course reducing the possibility a little bit, giving higher possibility for a wave A in 3 waves, and then we're looking for another 3 waves as a wave B, and then pushing towards the upside again for this wave, of course, there. So basically, again, the target will not make so much difference. The same thing repeats again on all the altcoin, if you have realized. So even if we reach the 0.786, our target was still the same for Injective, and we might come back, of course, towards the $56 at least here in a regular flat once we finish, of course, this ABC. This wave C is unfolding as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Potentially, of course, a diagonal is unfolding as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even an impulse finishing up the whole thing as an A, B, and a C, right? An impulse in double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 to finish, of course, in this area. Final possibility as well can be a bigger W, X, and a Y. The wave Y for Injective can be a triangle, which I doubt it a little bit, but it can be possibility here for, of course, Injective to range simply in the 0.618 fib level and then start the push toward the upside. On the 2 hours chart, we can see clearly that this impulse is still unfolding here, and we are looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5. 4 and a 5, one more low for Injective towards the $2.76 here, that it might trigger our bullish scenario, especially that you're gonna take the wick there, which is the lowest low there, and then of course triggering something very, very bullish again for the crypto market and for the altcoins. Yep, so that was it for Rndr, FET, and Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.